Good morning, live from digital address DA0992539 in Kokomemle Accra on DSTV channel 421 and Go TV channel 144. On Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, we're JoyNews on TV. This is JoyNews Interactive, and I am Mapito C. Beatty. Thank you for watching. Now, let's talk about baby delivery. To be exact, we're talking about cesarean section, also known as a C-section. Now, cesarean section is an operation, if you don't know, where a doctor makes a cut in your abdomen above your bikini line and a womb and lifts the baby out through it. You may feel you want to have a C-section even if you don't need one for medical reasons. For example, you may feel you can't cope with the pain involved with a vaginal birth, or if you had a difficult vaginal delivery with your last baby and you may be worried that you might have some complications again. Now, it seems like many women are opting for a C-section to, just make sure or preserve their genitals. Let's listen to some ladies who were speaking on Strong and Sassy about their opinion on this matter.
Actually, labor for me was not that long. Of course, the contractions were painful, but it was really easy. You watch the movies and they spend like hours pushing. So I was expecting to experience the same thing. And the pushing for me was, I don't know, like it felt like 10 minutes. I can't really remember. But it was really easy for me. So that's my personal experience of labor. But the thing is, after I had him, I did feel uncomfortable. It did affect my sex life for a while, where I felt like maybe my vagina wasn't as, it didn't have the same elasticity as it did prior to me giving birth. So it was something that I had an issue. I never really actually had a conversation. This is probably the first time I'm actually talking about it. But I'm talking about it because there's other people who might be going through the same thing. I was so self-conscious. I didn't want to have sex for a while because I just felt like it just wasn't the same anymore. And it's because, nobody ever had any conversations with me and tells me what happens down there. I didn't have any tears or anything. But I still just felt really uncomfortable, and I thought, well, now that baby's head has come out of that area, then I don't really think that it's going to feel the same anymore. Does it feel the same now? Well, I suppose it does. I haven't had any complaints, but haven't had any complaints, so I think that everything's fine. Now, I wouldn't opt for a cesarean. I don't know, I wouldn't opt for it, but...
So, I love my babies to death. I'll do anything for them, but I will not, if I had my own chance, I will not opt for vaginal, because my first son, my first son, when he came, it was about 18 months labor, 18 hours labor.
Wow. And
I had to be induced because the contraction started on Monday, and then he came on Wednesday.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
that's like two days.
Yeah. So from that, when they injected the tablets, from that time till I was like, oh, I was finding it easier. So is it how this whole thing is? I have a cesarean. No doubt.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about that.
Ofoyoa.
Yes.
What about you?
Okay. So after 28 hours of labor, I had to go in for a CS.
You hadn't planned on having a C-section earlier?
No. In fact, the doctors, the nurses, the anesthetists were around me like, please, let's do this for you. I'm like, no, I want to be a woman. So I'm going to have a vaginal. My husband was just standing there looking at me like, seriously. Then eventually, I'm like, okay. But the baby is fine, right? I can still go. And I'm not talking about I'm sitting down talking. I'm on the floor, rolling, like I'm in pain. Wow. I've been up and down the stairs all night, all through the 28 hours, and I was still not dilating. So I still had to, I want to have a vaginal delivery.
Why? Why did you want it so bad?
It's just the social misconception of you not being woman enough because you didn't go through labor.
First time mom, feeling all educated, thinking that I have my rights. Why did you not tell me before doing the epice? Why did you not tell me? No, I was very mad. I was very upset. I was like, why do you take a decision like this for me? You know? But she was a very experienced midwife. She did the EPIS for me. The EPIS is, you know, the consented tear. So they will give you a small cut so that it opens up your vagina for the baby's hair to come out easily, so you don't tear uncontrollably.
Interesting comments there. Let's see if we can go to Facebook. We asked you if you would, you know, opt for C-section to preserve your genitals. This one is from @Ruth, who says, if it is to preserve the genital, then I will strongly disagree to that, because there are some ladies and they haven't given birth, but the genital is like someone who has 10 children. All right. God has made the genital in such a way after delivery it goes back into its original form by taking good care of it through medicine. So if not for any danger, I will choose the normal way over and over again. Amanda says, a generation that loves things against nature. I wonder why someone would choose C-section just to preserve her genitals. If complications come, then yes for C-section. Rashida Adams says, her body, her choice. No one should have an opinion or say in how a woman chooses to have her baby. Whether it's through her vagina, through a cut, through her nostrils, it's her prerogative. Other people need to keep quiet about it. It's none of their business. I've had both, and they both produce perfectly fine babies, and that's the most important thing. Pearl says, I don't even know how this is even a topic, and she comes back and says, I mean, why should this be an issue? How any woman decides to bring her kids into the world is not a societal decision. Raphael says, the female genital is for childbearing and not for any preservation, unless in a critical situation where C-section is being done. Every woman's joy is to have a child through her genitals. Seth Gina says, if there's no complication during the delivery period, why would you opt for C-section, and why or what are you preserving your genitals for? Constant Undot says, to save lives of both mother and baby, yes, but not for genital preservation. And this one is from Alatoma, who says, is that why we have C-section? As a health practitioner, if I come across such perception and misconceptions about certain medical procedures, then I understand clearly why our problems still persist. Obviously, it is a helpless situation. And Flossie Florence says, if you opt in for C-section to preserve your genitals, you can't get back to your good body shape. This is the hard truth. C-section must be discouraged unless some serious maternal issues where doctors would have to suggest for C-section to be done to save baby and mother. It's Thursday, and today I'm going to throw back to a not so old video. I'm sure you remember the story of the professional funeral mourner who increased their fee, of the professional mourners who increased their fees due to increment in petroleum products. Well, if you don't, here's the story.
Amit Oakley obliged an interview, taking time off a workshop to speak with me.
We do it normal. When you call us and book for a funeral, we come to your place, we watch grounds, we assess it, and then we price you.
She says though they work in groups, they are yet to officially form an association.
We don't have an association, but I've learned recently that there are so many groups coming up.
Oh, okay. So you don't have an association where you meet regularly to discuss your businesses?
No, I and my groups, we meet, but we don't meet because our husbands has died for a long time. So whenever we decide to go to a place, we just get up and go.
Now, on the back of that story, the Metropolitan Life Insurance Company head country head Tiwa Ben Ahmed is basically urging life insurance companies to up their game in terms of improving upon benefits due to policyholders in the wake of increasing funeral expenses, including hike in price of hiring professional mourners.
The cost of funerals can make irrelevant the funeral offering that is provided in the market. And so trust me, if the cost of professionals to cry for you, the cost is moving from 5,000 to about 7,000 in August 2019, and a funeral product gives you 5,000 Ghana cedis, what is the essence of that funeral product? Because the cost of those that will cry for you alone takes care of that. 1 week celebration hasn't come, the main funeral hasn't come. And as indicated, look at the cost builder for funerals. When it happens, the first cost of carrying the corpse to the morgue, the cost associated with it, the 1 week celebration, thereafter, the main funeral, and look at the obituary and the cost build-up. You know, so if the costs that you incur to finance funeral expenses begin to increase at the rate at which it is increasing, it challenges life insurance companies to make sure that the funeral product they provide really meets the needs of clients and to be able to then finance the costs associated with funerals. Otherwise, if the benefit don't meet the need or cannot finance the expenses, it becomes irrelevant. And that is why for us, the Family Eternity Plus, we think, meets the needs of the insurance public in Ghana, where we are providing you 60,000 for your main funeral, and then we'll provide you another 15,000 for the 1 week celebration. And after every other 3 years, we still will give you 30% of your third year premium back. And I think that we've really listened to our clients, because that is really what we are set out to do, to be client-centric and based on client experience, provide what our clients request of us.
On that note, I'm going to take a quick breather. When we come back, we're doing some Tech Talk. Now, this video I'm about to show you has been trending on various social media platforms, and it's of a fire service personnel demonstrating to us how to put out a gas fire. You may want to pay attention.
Use water. Not even a bucket of water or a fire tender can off this. But use the bowl. Dry your hand. Let your hand be dry. Let it be dry. The bowl. Just use your thumb finger. Go in front of the fire and just put a stop to it. And then we are gone. I'll go in for a second demonstration. I open the valve and then I on it. Like I said, this is where you close there's a fire. You just use your thumb, any of your finger, just straight on it, and then it's gone. Then another one, of course. Let me open it. Let's say you are not bold enough to use your hand. The best way to do is to use your finger to stop it. But if you are not bold enough to do it, there is a second way. Have a look at it. Okay. Now, this is a wet.
All right, you can go to our Facebook page and see that video on how to take out a gas fire.